For WKNO News in Memphis, I'm Christopher Blank. The Shelby County District Attorney's Office will no longer enforce a Tennessee law that makes it a felony for a knowingly HIV-positive person to engage in sex work. As WKNO's Katie Reardon reports, the agreement follows a federal lawsuit against the state.
The Department of Justice argues that Tennessee's so-called Aggravated Prostitution law violates the Americans with Disabilities Act. Under the law, sex workers with a known HIV diagnosis face felony charges for prostitution, which is a misdemeanor in standard cases. Federal officials say this discriminates against those with a protected medical condition. State legislators did make some changes to the law this year after lobbying from advocacy groups, such as removing the requirement that those convicted become registered sex offenders for life. But the felony charge remains on the books. In a previous letter, the DOJ specifically called on Shelby County to stop enforcing aggravated prostitution because a majority of cases have taken place here. In last week's agreement, signed by District Attorney Steve Mulroy, local prosecutors can no longer bring charges for the crime and will drop any currently under consideration. It's unclear how Shelby County's actions might affect the lawsuit against the state. Neither Mulroy's nor Tennessee's Attorney General Jonathan Scrimetti's office responded to requests for comment. The American Civil Liberties Union and other organizations have filed a separate lawsuit also challenging Tennessee's aggravated prostitution law. Katie Reardon, WKNO News.
The Memphis Police Department did not officially change its policy banning pretextual traffic stops until early this year, despite previous statements from the department's interim police chief suggesting otherwise. Aaron Fleming of the Daily Memphian reports that Chief C.J. Davis indicated back in January that the department had implemented the ban, even though former Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland didn't ever sign the ordinance, which city council members unanimously passed in April 2023.
Documents obtained Monday show the ban was not officially implemented department-wide until January 25th, 2 days after Davis was appointed interim chief. The documents, which outline changes to MPD's policy manual, state that those changes became effective February 6th. Although the documents appear to confirm that Davis's statements were inaccurate, the policy changes are now null and void. Governor Bill Lee signed legislation aimed at outlawing the ban on March 28th. The new state law prevents local jurisdictions from limiting law enforcement from conducting traffic stops. For the Daily Memphian, I'm Aaron Fleming.
This is 91.1. More news at WKNOFM.org and on the WKNO app.